Hello, it's Honey again. This is my next video in my series of how-tos and vlogs. In this one I'm going to show you how to do eyebrows as requested by one of my Google Plus followers. Hopefully you can see that I've already got one side done and the other side not. Obviously this is the done side, this is untouched at the moment. I'll explain how to get you from this to this. Obviously you can see there is quite a difference between the two. I'm no expert, but obviously it will help you to change the shape of your eyebrow and make it more of a visual feature. I don't do mine all the time simply because as an early stage transgender person I've still got quite thick masculine eyebrows. Most of the time I try my best not to enhance them, but for the purposes of this video I'll share with you guys what I do. First thing we're going to do is go through a list of things that you're going to need in order to create the effects that I have on my eyebrow and reproduce it on this side. And the first thing you're going to need, or that I need, is a beard trimmer with a grade 2 head on it. This gives you nice short 2mm hairs. I just run it through my eyebrow occasionally, starting from the outside and working in, because obviously as a non-genetic female I've still got testosterone racing around my body, causing my eyebrows to be quite thick, quite bushy. They grow as they please. Obviously in the fullness of time that will hopefully change, but for now that really helps to keep them under control. I do that like once a month. The rest of the time I just use standard tweezers to help neaten them up and keep them in line with what I want. There are other things as well that help. You want one of these, which is a brush and a comb. These are cheap. You can literally get these for £1 from almost anywhere, Superdrug, all that sort of place. These will help you to comb up the eyebrow hairs so that you can get to them and see which ones are just not fitting in with the natural shape of your eyebrow, and then you can work better towards getting the shape you want once you've trimmed them out and combed them out. A few more things you're going to need to help create this look. An eyebrow pencil of some description. This is just a drugstore one, nothing special. I wanted to get an eyebrow whiz before doing this video, but it's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK, so that wasn't really going to happen by the time I got off of work yesterday, unfortunately. You'll also need a standard angle brush like you get with any eyeshadow kit or collection. There's really nothing special about this. We're going to use it afterwards with some concealer or highlighter to carve out the shape and neaten up any mistakes around the edges, so you don't have to panic if you're not 100% neat. Next step's going to be to create the shape we actually want. We do this with tweezers, but first we have to work out where our eyebrow should start, where our arch should be, and where the tail should end. So we want our eyebrow to start roughly in line with the corner of our eye. So you just take your brush, look at the tail of it, and as you can see with mine, it does in fact, well, if I go head on, it does in fact start where it needs to. This is because I've already plucked it into shape and have been for a while. If you wish, you can use the eyebrow pencil to make a marks so you've got a reference point if you're not already in the right places. then you can make a reference point and then use tweezers or a razor if it's that bad to get it to where it needs to be. Working out what the arch of your eyebrow should be, and for this it's going to be a bit difficult because obviously my eyes are slightly skewed to where the screen is rather than where the lens of the camera is, so it's not going to be easy, but you use the tip of your brush again, or tail of your brush again, and you put it over your pupil while looking directly ahead. This is where the highest point of your eyebrow should be. That's the tip of your arch, or the top of your arch rather. And finally, to work out where the tail should be, now and it could be the same for you, but mine actually don't grow down far enough consistently. What happens is I get the odd random one hair happening around here, and I still sort of end up with a gap here anyway, where the tail should end, so mine actually come up short. So you can simply just extend it using the eyebrow pencil later, like I have on this one. I've extended the tail so it will line up with where it needs to be. So what you're going to do is you use the corner of your nose and the corner of your eye as a reference point for where it should stop. As you can see, this one comes up slightly short, and I have to correct that with eyebrow pencil. So even after a while of doing this, you know, if you can't get the perfect shape, you just got to work with what you got, really. Okay, it's scary, I know, but I've got everything moved now. We're ready to begin tweezing. I'm using a mirror behind the camera with approximately 5 times magnification. You can do it without any magnification, but obviously it does help. You are, after all, trying to grab hold of tiny little hairs. So hopefully this won't be too disorientating as I work in a mirror that you can't see, but here it goes. Occasionally you just want to grab that comb that I showed you in the beginning and just comb it through, make sure everything's still travelling in one direction. At the tip here, your hair should actually go up and the rest should come along. Just do this from time to time so you can see what shape you've actually got. I'm not sure how easy it is for you to see, but I've got a few straggly ones around here that just need to go. There's one down here. Is a big one. This really doesn't hurt as much as people think it does. You just need to be quick about it, like pulling off a plaster. Don't prolong it any more than you have to. and try to make sure that the ones that you pluck don't end up falling into your eyelashes or anywhere else you don't want them. Another ridiculous one there. One last comb through just to see what's happening. Still got one down here. There we go for now. Now I've not gone super thin with these because if you follow me, you know I only did my coming out vlog 2 to 3 weeks ago now, so obviously I'm still living two lives. I can't exactly go into work tomorrow with super streamlined feminine eyebrows. Once I'm out publicly as well, I will definitely be getting them threaded and waxed and shaped like that, so that you know, I've got a far more feminine look to them, rather than filling in these monstrous things at the moment. I will probably do another video for this when I have got the shape that I want, but for now it's a case of neatening up what I've got and trying to get the correct start and finish points, etc., and just, you know, remove hairs from the places we don't want them around the under arch here, because we want this space here for, you know, highlighter and things like that, and, you know, to add pop to your eyes. You don't really want it to be covered with hair. It's not a great look, so if you've got anything going on down there that you don't want, you can remove it. Next thing we're going to do is use our eyebrow pencil to draw in the shape we want, and to, in my case, add on that extra bit of tail. This isn't a particularly great shade, as you can see. It doesn't really match my hair or anything, but and it's rather thick and clumpy. It's really cheap and nasty stuff, but as I said, I couldn't get hold of an eyebrow whiz, so we're working with what we got. I like to use the end of a brush, hold my hair out the way, and again, apologies, but I'm going to be looking in a mirror down here rather than direct at the camera. Just filling in a point at the corner. Need a bit more light. just lightly go along in a reasonably straight line, trying to get to that natural arch I mentioned, and then start your tail, bringing it down, trying to create a thin tail to finish it with at the end. Easier said than done, but we can neaten that up with concealer, so it's not the end of the world if it's not 100% the way you want it. While we're here, we might as well fill it in. Now the closer you get to here, the less product you want to put on. As I say, this is cheap as hell and doesn't really understand the meaning of subtlety. Again, we can use that brush just to make sure everything's where we want it. It also helps to remove excess product, which there most definitely is with this thing. Now, we can go back in with the tweezers. And you're just looking for anything that doesn't conform. If you've made the shape you want, you're just looking for anything that doesn't conform to the edges of that shape that you've made. So I'm going to quickly pause this, neaten up the edges and make sure that everything is where I want it. I've already shown you how to tweeze, so I won't bore you by going around doing the edges again. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Last thing I'm going to show you how to do is use a bit of concealer on the angled brush to neaten up the line. Also, the concealer will help to hide some of the redness, which I'm sure you can see appearing along here from all the plucking. So it'll give us a really crisp line, and then after that I'll go in with a normal brush and just run a bit of highlighter along the brow bone, and this will help to create the impression of space between our eyebrow and our brow bone and the top of our eye. Helps to lift everything up and just draw your attention to the eyes more than anything else, and that will be everything done. Here's that little angled brush that we're going to be using. It's nothing special, as I said before, just a standard brush from any eyeshadow kit. I'm using L'Oreal True Match concealer in shade Ivory. This is one shade lighter than my normal foundation, so it'll hopefully, as you can see on this side, create a slightly lighter edge when you compare that to my cheek. So we're just going to get a little bit of the concealer up into the tip of the... There we go. And then I will paint onto the brush. Not a lot, but a small amount of concealer. And then hopefully we can go in and get this right, because if we don't, I'm going to look rather stupid. Tiny bit more so that I can do my start of my edge here. Now you can take a finger or a beauty blender preferably, but I was not intelligent enough to bring mine over here with me. Just going to work that in so that we get it blended in. Also, please remember that I've already done my foundation and the rest of my face. Normally, if I wasn't going to be on camera, I would do my eyes, then eyebrows, then the rest of my face. Just again, just going over that tail, trying to get a better tip on it. And now, of course, I'm almost done. And the rogue hair shows up. There we go. Have that bugger out of there. As you can see, I've got quite a different shape to what we started with. Final step for me, so that it matches the other side and blends in with my rest of my makeup. Is to take a little bit of highlighter on a normal brush, get rid of the excess. Let's pull this up. Just doing the same as we did before, going right along the lower edge of the arch, trying to highlight just what we want. blend it in. And there we go. I think in the end this one actually came out better, which I suppose is a good thing considering this was the one I used to teach you. This one could have done with being a little longer, but hey, there's always next time. That's the end of my video for the eyebrows. Hopefully you found it useful. My next video will be in 2 weeks to a month as usual. It will be about HRT because in the next few weeks I'm hoping to start mine. Mostly, obviously, it will be too soon to get any effects from that, but it will be about the process of going through and getting hold of it, and as much as I know about how to acquire it in the UK, I understand it's different in other parts of the world. But again, it'll be a vlog personal to me, and hopefully it'll help you in some way. Catch you next time.